We're all inclusive here. Come on, circle of judgment, everyone.
So, welcome to Iron Kingmaker campaign. What we are playing is the Pathfinder Kingmaker Adventure Path on using the Level Up Advanced 5th Edition rule set from In Publishing, which is a variant of 5th Edition D&D, and as well as adding quite a bit from Iron Kingdoms, brought to by Privateer Press. There, we don't have any actual sponsorships. We're just fans. But links are in the description to the different products that we're using. For our virtual tabletop, we are using Fantasy Grounds, and for voice chat, we're using Discord. So with the basics out of the way, let's get into starting the game. Okay, flippy. So the campaign takes place on the world of Glarion. And we're starting in the nation of Brevoy, the city of Restov. And let's see, we're going with we are normally with Pathfinder. You have your standard D&D trope fantasy setting, but with Iron Kingdoms, we're adding in the full metal fantasy here, which means guns and steampunk.
Yay!
All right, so where we are starting at is that every player here will be is attending a particular dinner function for by the Lady Jamandi, a wealthy and influential sword lord of the city of Rostov. She is the primary backer for your expedition. That's right, your party is going on an expedition into a border region known as the Stolen Lands. Who's it stolen from? It's not really stolen from anybody, but everybody considers it stolen from somebody. That's what happens when you have a collapsed empire or three. The Stolen Lands lie to the south of Brevoy. It is a border region with the river kingdoms. And I don't really feel like going in too much into geography at this time because, quite frankly, we'll have plenty of time for lore sprinkled out throughout the campaign. And I might make some other videos on that as well while we're all that between sessions. So you have answered this call for heroes, and are receiving a charter to. It's basically a letter of marque. You will be. It's like the group is assigned to go into basically design. Okay, getting tongue tied here. You are going to be going into the Stolen Lands to take down banditry. So at the moment, the party is currently standing in line to get into this dinner function. Your group is the last to arrive, and as you come up to the door, you get to introduce yourselves. Please roll your initiative to see what order you introduce yourself.
I'll be right back. I have to go get my pizza.
Right, so we know who's going last.
Yes.
Winner by default. You sure this is going to be a good idea for me to do anything on this one? I mean, this is a dinner function, and I'm not exactly dressed to impress. Wait, my character is dressed, isn't he?
I would assume so.
I'm hoping so. Especially considering name, class, background, heritage. operator behind it.
Right, so, since nobody's rolling for initiative, I'll roll it for you. Oh, there we go.
In case anybody's wondering, I'm either garbage or gold on this stuff.
Well, you rolled an intelligence check, not your initiative.
I thought I rolled initiative.
You rolled intelligence. That's right, folks. We have no clue what we're doing, but we'll make it work.
I can guarantee out of everybody here, I know the least about everything.
Okay, so on the character sheet, first tab, main tab, right in the middle.
Right in the middle?
Yes.
Oh.
All right. Yuri
There we
Yurikovich
go.
has an initiative of 16. Let's see. Timmy Badger, can you roll your initiative, please?
I think I rolled about 12 different times, but it's not showing up anywhere. Like, right in the middle of the sheet, click and drag. And I rolled a 6, but it doesn't show up.
Try double clicking on the box.
Manual dice entry. Roll. What the hell? Why did it? Yeah, that was weird. Oh well.
It will be perfectly it.
I'll
be perfect. My bad.
It wouldn't be Fantasy Grounds if we weren't having weird technical issues.
I'm actually I'm kind of surprised that roll wasn't what I made. Tim, you want to just swap her out? Hold on a second. I got to reboot the brain.
Hey, how's it going?
Right, certainly, my dear.
Well, fine. If you guys want to determine the marching order yourself, go right ahead. So, all right. Since Mr. Poopshake has deferred his turn from the initiative row, Timmy Badger, please introduce your character to the guard and describe your character.
Well, his name is Flanthea. He a relatively, I wouldn't say noble, but kind of like proud-looking elf. He's rocking kind of like some purple hair, which is not necessarily known for a lot of things for what he's got, but I would say kind of like hovering behind him is a steam jack. That's just kind of like making pace with them as they are standing in line. The steam jack being a bit bigger than he is. Kind of has that more of the appearance of I'm big and bad kind of deal. But otherwise, Flanthere's shorter than a lot of elves. He just kind of hovers in like the 5'2", 5'3" situation. Yeah, kind of decent clothes, but not like super fine. Like he just seems like the type of elf that's kind of like pulled away from different elves. Yeah, what we got there?
So, as you walk up to the guard, what do you say? He has a list and a clipboard with a bored expression on his face.
If my name's on the list, it'd be Philanthia.
Like,
Start spelling it out. Fil.
Sir, I think I know how to spell philanthia. Yep, here you are. And
there might be a +1 for Igor.
Sir, this is a dinner. You're going to have to. It's like you're going to have to park your warjack off to the side here in the gatehouse. You may have it. It's like you may have it back when you leave.
I guess. Okay. Then he'll go wander to the gatehouse.
At your mental command, Igor trudges off to the side, nestling in between several other steam jets that appear to have been parked there, and found an open spot, and then squats down and goes inert. So, it's just like the guard goes, and is this your party? Gesturing to the several individuals behind you.
It's okay to be ashamed of me. I'm ashamed of me too.
I guess I didn't know if all of the party had knowledge of each other.
Well, that was initially the idea.
Acquaintances. But yes.
Mm-hmm. And the guard turns to the goblin with the oversized wrench. And your name, sir?
They call me Yuri Reactovich. I'm good farmer, good mechanic. I've done things.
Okay. And we'll worry about Mouse's introduction introducing their character when they get back. So so we're going to move on.
Fashionably late.
Hey guard, have you done things? I bet they're not the things I've done.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, no offense, but I'm sure there's a lot of things that you've done that nobody else has done or will ever do again. If only by your example.
You see? That's hallmark of good leader.
And you find yourself escorted through the entryway, and through a small little garden into the great hall. And a servant escorts you to your seat at this long table. Filling the room of this great hall are two long tables running straight down, and the tables are packed with people. There's a third table in front of the Lord's dais there, and at that table are several very important looking people, but the host of the party has not yet arrived. As your eyes wander across, you notice that there is a wide array of individuals of all walks of life and society, judging by their appearances. Some appear to be medium to minor nobles that are well dressed. Some of them appear to be businessmen in sharp suits, and there are others that look like they just stumbled in from the gutter. One or two of them Yuri may have been drinking with the night before.
Hey. It's good times. Don't remember. Must be very good.
So the spacious hall has been prepared for the great feast. Servants hustle and bustle about. Several well-armed soldiers watch over the hall from their positions against the east and west walls. There is a large fireplace that is behind the dais, where a fire crackles. An iron level secured by a lock adorns the fireplace's eastern face. Two massive crystal chandeliers hang from the ceiling, 20 feet above. The walls are decorated with painted murals of idyllic woodland scenes, nymphs frolicking in waterfalls, satyrs dancing with fauns in wooded glades, and various winged fairy creatures flitting through the trees. The smell of roasted meat and other delicious scents fill the room, yet no food has yet been served.
I don't think I've smelled food this good since the chow halls. And even then, that food was mediocre.
Once everyone has taken their seat, a striking half-elf woman enters the hall, followed by an aristocratic, middle-aged human man. The man wears finely tailored clothing, fit for a noble, while the woman appears dressed for battle. She wears a fine leather coat over a sparkling mail shirt, and at her waist hangs an Aldori dueling sword with a bright silver pommel. The two make their way to the head of the table, where they remain standing. The man speaks first. "Greetings, heroes. I am Iosif Silmius, Lord Mayor of Restov, and this is Lady Jamandi Aldori. We both thank you for answering the call for heroes. You may be few, but we need only the best for this great task." Lady Jamandi offers the room a broad smile before she speaks. "South of here, beyond Brevoy's border, lie the stolen lands. This disputed territory has been claimed time and again by would-be settlers, but because the area has been a haven for bandits and monsters, it has never been held for long. Rostov intends for this to change. If you have enough courage to drive off the dangerous denizens of the stolen lands, you can seize territory for yourself. And, for the truly worthy, you will be named barons or baronesses. Rostov intends to recognize the legitimacy of new rulers of this land, and none of the other neighboring realms can care enough to challenge you. We are prepared to provide backing as a trade partner and a military ally. If you claim the land, you will have my, indeed all of Rostov's, support." With that, polite applause travels through the room. A servant brings her a goblet. "The details of your individual missions and charters to the stolen land can wait. I raise my glass to you, brave heroes. For now, let us eat and enjoy the evening. Tomorrow promises to be a very busy day." So as she finishes speaking, her servants begin circling the room, filling mugs with ale, fruit juice, or water, and serving food from heaping platters. The feast itself includes 4 courses in all. crisp greens with flavored in savory oils, spiced seasoned waterfowl, a main course of tender roasted boar, and a finishing selection of fine desserts and cheeses. For the duration of the feast, the servants bustle about in their never-ending quest to keep mugs and goblets full and take discarded plates away. All right, does anybody want to do a wisdom check or an intelligence check to recall knowledge about the world? Oh, looks like we got Mouse back.
Yes, hello. I am here.
All right, did you manage to hear any of this while you were out grabbing the food?
I was watching the YouTube video.
Cool. I probably should
You
keep
just-
an eye
my
on that, see if the
character-
chat
Did you
has
say my character walked in with them, or was I just late?
Yeah, you turned out you had snuck in earlier.
Ah, okay.
But you are seated near your companions.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and introduce your character to the audience.
I remember, because I'm not on my PC right now, my character is a tiefling, blue skin, red hair, curled horns, looks very tattered with his clothes, but looks somewhat upkept.
That's not what you made
And,
at all.
huh?
That's not what you made at all.
Mm-hmm.
I know, I don't remember. I
Ah,
remember it was like a tiefling.
you were doing a plain touched Asmar druid named
Yeah, I thought that
Yuno.
was a tiefling. Named Yuno.
No.
I thought those were tieflings.
Asmars?
Plain
Asmars?
touch.
Asmars aren't tieflings.
They're not.
No, they're the children of angels.
Oh,
They're descendants of angels, completely opposite of what a tiefling is.
Yeah.
I thought I was playing a tiefling. Holy shit.
Nope, they're basically the opposite of a tiefling.
Got it. Let me get on my PC.
I'm like, wait a minute, it's like horns and stuff. Like, I mean, before you described your character to me as being, more elfin.
Oh, more elven. Okay, thank you. I really didn't make a whole look of what my character was until today.
Fortune favors the bold and the prepared.
Yes, I know.
Oh, we're ready.
I thought I put down what I looks like. I did not. Shit. Fuck. I don't know what he looks like.
Well, the portrait that you chose was an elf, with brunette hair and a very pointed chin.
Okay. Yes. Okay. My character looks older. He's in his 60s. He's 6'1", weighs not that much. Like pointed chin, pointed ears. Changing the hair. Bluish hair, very light blue, and still looks upkept and tattered clothing.
All right. Since you made a large amount of elf-related choices with your character creation, do you want to have your character age as an elf?
Yes.
Okay. So while he's in his 60s, he still looks like he's like, I don't know, 25.
Looks like 25. Okay.
Yep.
I don't know elf years.
Elves basically don't really age. They really just kind of die from, I don't know, accidents and disease or something, usually.
Okay.
Yuri. What? Many elves die. Things happen. You're not cop, right?
No?
That's good.
So as
You
the
think
dinner
I'm a
gets
cop?
as the dinner gets underway, there's a number of NPCs at your table. A bunch of different characters. One of them is a rather vocal female human barbarian who's already 3 sheets to the wind. Another one is a rather dour dwarf who keeps mumbling about the end times. And let's see. And wandering about is a halfling with a notepad, and she comes up to who she assumes is the leader of the group, based upon how you guys are dressed and acting. She comes up to Philanthier and says that she is like, "Excuse me, sir. I'm Lindsay with the Rostov Gazette. I was wondering if you could say if you had a few words for this momentous occasion." Timmy.
Um. So yeah, so she comes up.
Him?
So while you're going,
Situation. It's just kind of like
another gentleman at the table by the name of says, as it's like, "Miss Lindsay, Magar Varn here, leader of the Varnling host. We are heading south of the river tomorrow, and we are full of determination to rid our assigned section of the Stolen Lands of banditry." And he goes on and gives some bolsters speech about, chivalry and how he's thankful for this opportunity that's being given to him by the by the sword lords of Rostov and the king, etc. And she's just scribbling away in her notebook.
Things may or may not happen. It's for a matter of courts to decide.
So, and down the table, you hear an argument break out between two gnomes. One of them is blonde and dressed extra pompous, or at least more pompous than the other gnome. which has dark black hair, glasses, and is looking a little bit more like a well-dressed librarian.
Mhm.
So you know that the blonde's name is Tartusio, and the other one's name is Jubilust, because in their argument they keep using their own names over names themselves. Well, half the time Tartusio is speaking about himself in the third person, and they just seem to be arguing about exploration, mostly trading insults. Because while Tartusio puts on airs of sophistication, he's obviously not quite as well read as Jubilos. But he is technically more experienced.
Oh.
Anyways, if anybody wants to roll a wisdom check or an intelligence check to see what you know about the area.
I know very little.
Why does it keep bringing up this manual dice?
Wow.
Interesting.
I have no idea why it's bringing up the manual thing. Hold
So roll. How do I roll?
To open up your character sheet and
I am.
double click on either intelligence or wisdom, whichever's higher.
Oh, whichever's higher.
Yeah, whichever one's higher.
See if just double. Nope. Manual dice entry. Why does it make me manual dice?
I don't know. You seem to be the only one with that problem. You want to try reconnecting?
Settings. I want to double check. Oh, manual dice entry off.
Oh, you had a setting off.
Okay. Now I'm just gonna do a test. Do a charisma. Or no, yeah, charisma roll. Let's just double check. Are you going to work? Hey, it worked the way it was supposed to.
Yay!
I am just an idiot. What? Excellent.
Right, so out of the rolls, Philanthir has a pretty good idea of the terrain and general lore of the region. Simply because being a military elf, he has picked up quite a bit of knowledge over the years. Overhearing Magar Varn talking about where he's going to the reporter, he knows that Varn is taking his Varnling host south of the river and into the Ioberian hills, and we'll be dealing more with natives than dealing with banditry, because there's not a major trade route through that area.
We are Skittles.
Yep, we are a skittle.
Skittles.
Pointer, draw circle. Okay, that's not letting me draw a circle there. I think I have to draw a circle from the GM side. having 2 versions of Fantasy Grounds open. So, drawing this circle. So this is where on the big map that Varn is going. So south of the river. And from the paperwork that has been given to your characters prior to the dinner, you know that you are actually going into a section known as the Green Belt, which is a little bit further west.
I wonder why they call it that. Because it looks like a bit of green.
Yep. So the Green Belt is where you guys are heading. Greenbelt does see a bit more transportation, although the rivers of the Greenbelt are windy and filled with waterfalls, so they're not really that useful for canoeing or for ship travel. However, there has been chatter of the railroad companies being interested in running a railroad going through the Greenbelt down to a city-state not too far away that's on the main river by the name of Mivon. You recall that Mivon has been settled by sword lords that had fled when Brevoy was united several hundred years ago, instead of insisting on fighting a losing battle versus a man known as Coral the Conqueror, because he did things like conquer the entire nation of Brevoy. In fact, Brevoy wasn't a nation before Coral the Conqueror. As for what happened to him, well, he's missing, presumed dead. And oddly enough, the royal family, about 20 years ago, disappeared. And let's see.
Vanished, disappeared.
Yeah.
I wonder if they've done a vacation.
Is anybody interested in interacting with any of the NPCs at your table?
I would keep to myself and continue just eating, waiting for the group.
Flanthier's just watching.
How inebriated is that barbarian chick?
That is a good question. On a scale of 1 to 10, she's currently only a 4. Despite the fact that she keeps slamming it down. What can I say? The lady can hold her liquor.
I'm trying to be good for the sake of this being streamed. I'm trying so hard. Can I do a perception check just to see if she actually has more hair on her face than what I do?
I don't know how much hair is on your goblin's face.
I mean, it's a goblin, so
a lot of times goblins can't grow beards, so
doesn't mean you can't leave mayonnaise in the sun and let nature take its course.
Oh God.
Time makes fools of us all.
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing beats a tingy zip, a miracle whip, baby. Okay, I gotta do a perception check on this.
Oh boy.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Go ahead and use your intelligence for perception.
And welcome back to the Trail of Tears, folks. No, that helped out a lot.
So as you're sitting there, you find out that the barbarian's name, her name is Amiri, and she starts talking about, survival stuff, like wrestling boars with her bare hands and things like that. Does anybody want to talk survival with her?
I want to be honest, I didn't think I'd even get this far. Well, I could actually talk survival with her.
And yes, Yuri does have a perception on the skill tab.
It's also just above initiative next to senses. Passive. Oh, the number.
All right, so Yuri, you can go ahead and roll your survival check to discuss with her.
Wow.
Very nice.
I mean, a broken clock's right twice a day, so.
And, well, you both end up getting into a competition to see if you could try to gross each other out, and neither one of you gross each other out, but you certainly gross out the rest of the table. Over ways of dealing with captured animals. Mm-hmm. And, cleaning them and prepping them, etc.
This is why I stick to Steam Jack. Less complicated and far less vulgar.
Hey, nothing vulgar when you need to go ahead and tighten drain with oversized clinch.
So, Philanthir, are you going?
Leans in. He kind of leans in, going, "Not everybody needs to know that, though."
Philanthir, are you going to, knowing that Magar Varn is a mercenary captain, are you going to talk a little bit of shop with him? Being that you're both military men?
Yeah. Mercenary versus what he's used to? I guess just to pass the time, he might bring up war stories. Not. What would you like me to roll for that? One thing I'm kind of trying to play off is he goes everywhere with his Steam Jack, and he was just told to park his out front. So now he's sitting there going, "I'm in a very indifferent state of mind now." He wants everything to be over so he can go get his jack.
I was gonna say, at the point of them grossing everyone out, I just stop eating and just lean back.
You want to roll a fortitude save on that?
Sure.
Oh man, I can't wait.
So, let's see. Oh, that's right. This system doesn't use this would use your you'd use your constitution for fortitude.
So saving throw or
Yeah, go ahead and do your constitution. Yeah, roll your constitution save. All right,
16?
yeah. You're only just slightly nauseated by the conversation.
I'm an entertainer. I don't really hear this stuff at all.
You're normally the one doing the talking.
Right. I'm usually the one talking, but I'm not talking right now.
Did you want me to roll anything for talking military talk?
Yeah, you can roll an intelligence save,
Intelligence save.
or roll your intelligence. Doesn't really need to be the save. There.
You need it.
I mean, you find out that I mean, it's mostly nothing really all that important. It's just kind of small talk, minor tactic stuff. You're both trying to feel each other out, but you're not really getting anywhere.
Like, it's one of those things where like two soldiers sit down and says, "Ah, you're a soldier. Yeah, so are you. Cool. What kind of soldier are you? I'm this kind. Oh, why? What are you? I'm this kind. Oh." So on the field, we would probably be throwing punches. Yeah. like the conversation is going really well and then just slowly slowing down, like, yep, this is where we're at.
Nah, it's just like, you're used to the usual, stuff, and he's being a little bit of a blowhard, whereas you're just being more practical, matter of fact. But I mean, he does respect you for that. So he knows a good soldier when he meets one.
Yeah.
All right, since we kind of worked through some NPCs here. About 2 hours after the feast begins, a bell rings to announce its conclusion. Servants bustle about as they clean up the feast's remnants and bring after-dinner drinks to anyone who requests them.
Yes.
Anybody can roll a perception check.
This one.
For what again?
Perception.
Yep. And that is
Under skills.
found it. I did it.
Yeah, Yuri's looking.
Oh,
I knew
I
I wasn't gonna nail the 20.
So you hear her mumble, talk to somebody a little bit. It seems like she mumbled something, but you don't quite make out what she said over the racket. And as she stands up, she goes, "My friends, I hope you've enjoyed the food and drink this evening. Our words are quickly met with a round of cheers and enthusiastic tapping of several dozen mugs and goblets. It takes a few moments for the room to grow quiet again. Smiling broadly, she continues, "You honor me, truly. But this night is for you." And I'm getting an echo. Is that me? Is that from something that I got going on? Maybe. Let me see.
No, it's from Project.
It's from Poop Shake?
Yep.
Hmm. Ah, okay. So it takes a few moments for the room to grow quiet again. Smiling broadly, she continues, "You honor me truly, but this night is for you. As heroes, you have responded to my call, and I can't wait to hear tales of your exploits in the weeks and months to come. Tomorrow, I will speak with you all about your individual charters. I suspect it will be a busy day, so I suggest we make an early evening of it. After all, you have kingdoms to plan." Lady Jamandi's words are met with an even louder round of cheers and drinkware tapping. A few goblets even shatter thanks to overeager hands. Lady Jamandi gestures to the large double doors to the east and west. "Of course, I've arranged bedchambers for all of you. My guards will escort you to them now. I hope you will find them restful. We shall speak further tomorrow when we meet back here at sunrise." And with that, see, I thought I had that a minute. Yep. Okay. Do. Nope, wrong button. All right, pulling up a new map here. Flip over to here. That's not that one. And sharing. There we go. Share record. Welcome to the manor. So the big room in the middle is the hall where you guys were just at. And you are taken. Your party is taken through the kitchen, down the hall, through a little garden, and into another hall. And you arrive in the east wing. And
Mine's still loading all the way.
let's see. There we go. Oh, I need to clean this off. That does not need to pay. There we go. All right, so you're in your guest room. And you can get settled in for the night. Servant bids you guys good evening. Here we go, get all zoomed in. Do your characters have anything to say each other before you go to bed?
Early day tomorrow. Hopefully we can get some sleep maybe not. But let's get some sleep.
So we're over there. Where is Igor being held?
Mm. I mean, they're not letting him into the house.
No, I just didn't know. Is
He is
just sitting
located.
outside or whatnot.
Yeah, he's out. He's out. He's outside. He's out front. So let's see if I zoom over. I don't know if you have the stream pulled up. So Igar would probably be in the up near the armory or something in front of the hall.
So like the bottom section of the map.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get this zoom back in here.
Because unless he's out of range. No, he'll.
Well, you'll have to stoke his fire again to get him moving. Because he is steam powered. So you settle into the night. And manage to get let's see. Oh, sure. Come on. There we go. So you managed to get about 4 hours worth of sleep when suddenly you are woken with a very loud kaboom. And the building shudders.
I knew I should have had my Steam Jack closer. Great. All right.
And NPCs. Now that you have been startled awake by the great kaboom! And you hear shots being fired in the distance.
Waking up, putting on some of the clothes that I've taken off. I would try to look around and say, what happened? I heard a boom.
Am I able to recall any kind of knowledge as to what that explosion was?
Yeah, you can roll an intelligence check on that. It's like it was obviously some sort of bomb.
Well,
I was going to run a perception check just to make sure that Yuri didn't have an accident in the middle of the night. Actually, that might not be a bad idea just to check for skid marks.
Checking for skid marks.
Yes, but they were there from the day before.
great.
Yuri not known for being wash base and flesh. Tell me it at least matches the barbarian lady's panties.
Drinking. Mean.
What?
Drinking.
At least I wouldn't have to do a fortitude save with that one.
Well, there's that. So you're in the room, you're getting geared up. You're hearing the noise of battle in the background. You hear a scuffle that seems to be coming from the room next door.
To the front, to the right.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, that would be to the. Oh, well, if you're looking at your screen, that would be to your left.
To the left.
So you're hearing. Let me get a pointer out. So you're hearing a scuffle there.
Yeah.
From window to walls, till blood drips down the walls.
Okay, so the right of our character is put to the left of us.
I'm just curious if you guys are ready to poke your head out the door.
I say the soldier poke their head out the door.
He grabs his stuff, grabs his pistol, loads, and just like prepares, like full on, like if someone just grabbed a handgun, just checks, cool, up in the air, and very carefully tries to peek out the door.
All right. Let's see. Do you have a stealth skill?
I
Do have a stealth skill. Okay. Roll your stealth.
I'm stiff. Kang.
Okay.
You want everyone to roll their stealth? Jesus Christ, I'm looking at my stats and I'm the perfect creeper.
And anybody who's sneaking out sneaking out right now.
He's like, no, what?
So can roll their stats. Or can roll their stealth.
I might not be proficient in it.
I went to try to move and did was
I am horrible.
a ruler.
Do I have a, oh, I have tokens. Okay. You should be able to move your tokens now.
My poof.
Although, well, there's, where's Philan? Okay. Philanthropy must have got deleted. Okay. So as you poke your head out, you see several cutthroats that had just dispatched several guards in the main hallway there. And one of them had like just come out, and they look like they've been been working their way through the rooms. So, Yuri, do you want to be positioned there? Because if you position yourself there, you're going to be in plain sight. Or do you want to sneak behind the stairway there? And the stairway is barred by iron bars by iron portcullis that is dropped down and is locked into place. So you're not able to go up the stairs.
Yeah, I can hide here.
Okay.
Can I try to take a shot?
Yes, you can choose. Yes. In fact, roll for initiative if you're going to start combat.
Shit. Shit.
Yuri and really?
You guys are gonna go ahead and take and have me take and do. Okay, fine.
Right there in the
Yeah.
middle of your main sheet.
I don't know why it's
That's where
taking
it's
me
at.
longer to get used to this menu setup than the other one, but even though they're all pretty much the same.
Yeah.
It's just slightly different arrangement.
Oh, crap.
Damn.
Okay.
Your mouse rolled a 20 and got a 21.
Uh-huh.
And somehow Yuri still goes first with an 18.
Shit.
That's funny.
Yeah. But we also could consider Yuri moving to a spot to be the first, since he rolled well.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll do that. You gotta have the creepy goblin dude in the back.
Yep. Okay.
I'm still in the room, so I don't know if there's anything out there.
Oh, if you're that close to Philanthier, he's like leaning back and going. He's got the door like peeked open to see what's out. He's starting to stick his pistol out the door, and he sits there and like holds up 3 fingers with his up hand, kind of like signaling you that there are 3 out there.
Okay.
But I go last, so
Oh.
unless you want me to start by taking the shot.
I'd say you start taking the shot, and then we'll bust out the door and go on.
All right. How do I target these suckers again?
Which way does the door open?
Yeah, does it open in or out?
Opens in.
Okay.
Otherwise, if it opened out, you wouldn't be able to sneak out.
I think I got him tagged.
And you hit. Wounded. So suddenly the cutthroats are just like, they go from, kind of going about, well, it's just like, ha ha. It's like killing, it's like shooting chicks in a barrel. To, somebody shot me. Where'd that come from? Let's see. Gang. Okay, so that one.
Yuri go up behind them and just whack them in the head. Hit for the weak spot where they can go unconscious.
Is that all I am to you? A Russian goblin murder machine?
There, let's get this.
I don't know.
Right, so. All right. So after taking your shot out of next door, you hear a scream, "Motherfucker!" And come on, drag onto this. There we go.
They sing Song of My People.
And that door bursts open the wrong way as a cutthroat gets tossed out. And Amiri stumbles out. It's like, you sons of bitches!
Dun, dun, dun.
And she goes to swing on one of the cutthroats.
Misses, I'm kidding. It's 14.
And-
Holy shit.
Dead. She didn't just walk up and slash at. She just lopped his fucking head off.
Yeah.
Or cut off his arm and he's screaming his head off and then died.
Right.
He's just scratch.
So the other cutthroats are just they're not concerned about where that bullet came from right now. They're concerned about this barbarian chick. just ganked one of their own. Okay. Oh, come on. Control. There we go. And swings on Amiri with a short sword. And does 7 damage. And that one's KO'd and dead. This one moves up on her. Attacks with a club. Hits for 2 damage. But she's looking bloodied from that first strike. But the second thug, I mean, it's just like barely, only pissed her off. And now it's Iori's turn.
Yuri.
Trying to remember how far I can move. Because these are what, 5-footers?
Yeah.
Okay. And
So you can move 5 squares.
Okie dokie.
But you also have gun.
Yeah, but I like to be up close and personal.
Am I the only one without gun?
Probably. Maybe.
Yeah, but you're a druid, so that's kind of expected.
All right, sorry.
Yeah.
I
Like,
target that poor bastard.
See, you're a druid in a party with a warcaster and a mechanic. When we start building things is when you should all be scared.
Yeah. That should be very scared.
All right, and you hit.
10.
And the cutthroat is now dying, so there's 1 left.
Ski.
Now look it's Yudo's turn. Go up and slap the other one to death.
I can move 30, so they're 5. I'm half of 1. I'm half of 1, right?
Yeah, kind of, because I'm halfway through the door, but you can still probably get around me.
I can probably get to there because 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Yep.
I don't know why, but for some reason that reminded me of Steve saying my name was 11 of 5. Sanity is futile.
So the one on the right's dead, the one on the left's dead, and the one in the middle is not.
Yep. And the
Yep.
target, I think, is if you hold control and click on them.
Hold control and
like
click
an
on 'em?
arrow. Yep. If you hold control and click on it, yep. Now it shows you targeting. Nope.
It should be targeting.
Yep. Now you got target.
Short sword. Hit. Turn 1. Fuck.
Yeah, you did 2 damage.
Yeah, I did too.
And instead
Vilenthier.
of using his pistol again, he quickly lifts his other arm towards that guy and uses an arcane bolt.
Ooh,
And misses.
no.
And misses.
Ooh.
Can magic be different hits than actual hitting?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we've done it where it hits at 10 or like 13.
For what? Magic?
No, for like actual weapons and everything, and the magic at 12 doesn't hit.
It all depends on the pluses and whatnot and what the DC is and all that other fun stuff.
Well, I mean, now you have a good idea of what the armor class is based on what hit and what did missed.
Uh-huh. Obviously, they must have a AC of at least 13 because I think the lowest so far that we've landed a hit on is a 13.
Yeah, I think the lowest is
And my-
13.
And my 12 missed, so.
Yeah, so it has to be 13.
Yep. All right,
Start
well, that
hitting
ends my turn.
13s.
Amiri.
So,
Damn that motherfucker into next week.
and Amiri's like, I am too hungover for this bullshit.
Hydration is important.
Hydration is a perfect thing to have with alcohol. Then you will be ever hangover. That's quick.
What? That was not supposed to do that many. What? Why did
Holy shit!
Why did that roll that many times?
He pulls out 4 more great swords and just goes
Oh,
on
'cause
a
I got-
fucking
oh, I
sleigh
know.
ride.
Because she's okay. I got too many targets on here. Target. Click over the target thing. Clear targets. There we go. There. Okay, reroll.
$13 hit.
So there's
14.
our
Boom! Off with his head went flying.
Owie power.
See, and
almost instinctively as the 3 drop. Philanthir quickly reloads his pistol and just has it at the ready as he's like looking around the rest of the hallway, being all like, in case there are more, be prepared. I'm assuming it's a all scale
Up front.
so Amiri out of combat. She goes and swigs a potion. Not the best way to be woken up. What time is it? Fuck it, I don't care. You hear more gunshots and in the background. It's like,
Would any of us have like a clockwork timepiece?
I don't know. Do you? Do you have? Do either you or Yuri have a watch?
I don't even know if that would exist. That kind of thing. If so, even
Yes.
if it's
yes,
like
a watch
pocket
would exist, but like a pocket
Yeah,
watch.
I would say he's got like a pocket watch that's
Okay.
got like military insignia on it.
I've got caltrops.
Clicks it open and be all like, "It's too damn early for me as well." And he clicks it shut.
Yudo checks his sundial.
Yuri just looks straight into the sun.
There is no sun. It's night. It's 2 a.m. That's the joke.
Yuri's just too damn out of it to even notice.
All right. Do you go through their pockets for loose change?
For loose change, for any kind of anything that might be an identificator. But yeah, I'd say search.
This is sad, but it could work. I just want Yuri to do it. You could take and check the undies for freaking names on them. It's 50-50 shot. They either have names or they've got grease stains.
All right. That's like, you can roll a. Let's see. What are the skills in this, anyways? Does anybody have any knowledge or skills for that would apply to criminal activity?
I've got a +4 to investigation.
Yeah, I got investigation too, but straight up like knowledge for something like this.
You can roll investigation on it.
Damn, that was almost
I'm not proficient in it, so I wouldn't know. I would know because I'm an entertainer. I'd steal from people, but
Well, Yuri goes and just like Yuri notices the 3 teardrop tattoos underneath the left eye of each of these thugs, and recognizes it as some sort of gang tattoo. And let's see. I'm going to close that window, open up the party sheet, and open up the party sheet over on the Game Master side. Go to the party inventory and drop the parcel. For those in that room. Okay. So if you open up your party sheet, you will notice that what you managed to scrounge up. You managed to scrounge up some bullets, a component pouch, which is which is mostly filled with, various and sundry different drugs, because, that's what these guys are into. And reagents make great drugs. You also find 3 daggers, 3 pistols, 3 short swords, a little bit of 9 gold piece, 36 silver, and 321 copper.
where can I see that?
If you look on the sidebar, there is this icon that has 3, looks like it's like 3 people on it, right next to the crossed swords. That is the party sheet.
Simply because I do not have one, I will go ahead and take one of the short swords.
I believe I should take a short sword as well.
You do notice that the dagger has an ebony pommel. Also, does anybody know Draconic?
Let me check.
Let me check.
Not sure if I put languages. Oh, there we go. Nope, Common, Dwarvish, and Elvish. I only got to pick one. Because, well, that's kind of weird, because you would think with a +5, plus what? +4? +3 to my intelligence, I would have more languages.
I only know Druid and Common and Elvish.
So you also recognize that these guys have a tattoo that's in Draconic on their forearm, but none of you knows what it says.
Should we peel it off of them and save it for later?
So Amiri suggests that it's like, let's check some of these other rooms here.
More bullets!
So if you would like to pull out your pointers and say which room you are wanting to investigate. And Amiri is just like, I'm still a little dizzy. I'm going to just stand right here and guard while you guys go digging.
Fuck! Where is it? I deleted the whole map. Shit.
Let me reshare.
Got it.
Ah!
Never mind.
That messed up Tim's view.
That overwrote whatever I was about to do.
Sorry about that.
It's all good. Ah. I will go check out this room.
I will check out this room.
Yuri is going places.
All right, so Philantier checks
I
out.
did it again. Not used to this whole thing.
So that room shows that this room had been is currently empty, but the beds show signs of having been slept in.
Oh.
So it looks like somebody was there, but they woke. Looks like they woke up in a hurry and took off.
Okay.
The room that Yuno checks out has no bodies in there, but there are 2 beds that are soaked in blood, and a severed human hand lies in the middle of the floor.
It could mean anything.
Could at this point, because I'm an entertainer, I don't see this shit. I have to roll again.
Roll a perception.
Perception?
Yep.
$14.
So you notice that there is a longsword and a tanglefoot bag that were kicked under one of the beds and went unnoticed.
Well, I'm gonna go grab them. I said I did it again, so I mean by I did it again, I deleted them up again. I don't know how to get it back every time. Like,
How are you deleting the map?
right click, close window.
Oh, I guess I don't.
That's how I'm deleting the map.
Okay, so
I can
adding
view
to Yuno's inventory, 1
I would
Standard
every time a map is
longsword.
shared, I always hit the arrow that's pointing like up and out, and that kind of makes it your background.
Yeah, I have that as my background now. It was just I right click on the map and it says close window.
Oh,
And a Tanglefoot
Got it.
bag.
pointers, drawing, layers, and view.
All right, and Yuri Yorektovich.
Sounds like you wrecked a bit. B word. I'm not saying it on YouTube so we get monetized.
There are 5 corpses in this room. 2 female humans, a male human, a male dwarf, and a male elf.
The dwarf had it coming.
Roll a perception. Have you forgotten what perception is again?
No, not that. I'm just trying to take and get my window stuff arranged.
Skills.
Thank you.
Welcome.
You notice a silver ring that is on the elf's finger.
Not anymore, it's not. The elf had it coming too. Wait, are we talking like regular elf or are we talking like Keebler elf? Because I mean it is dead in a room with a dead gnome.
It's
Thinking
just
it's Keebler elf.
no, it's a standard. It's just a standard. Oh, there's not one that's automatically in the church. Well, that's okay. That's easy to duplicate quick.
Yuri's just gonna steal some shit from everyone.
By the way, did I ever tell you guys that Yuri was actually wanting to be a dental hygienist at one point?
Oh boy.
Dental hygienist?
Yep. Can I do a perception check just to see what's inside of their mouths?
If you're going to spend the extra time doing it.
Alrighty. First the gnome's mouth, because everybody knows that gnomes are loaded. Yep. It's got a mouth.
All right. And
Back in the elf's mouth. Ooh, there's some teeth in here.
meanwhile, does anybody search that last room?
Yeah, given that I was in the first one, he'd probably make his way there.
So in that room, you find 5 corpses. 2 male humans, 2 female dwarves, and a male halfling. Roll a perception.
Wow. Okay.
You're in a room.
And with that, you've explored the different rooms. There's nothing left of note in Amiri's room except for a corpse of another thug and somebody else that was, well, they kind of gave her own room because, well, you know, reasons.
Yeah, I could have crashed with her. Could have been all right.
So, moving onward. Do you move to the next room?
Yes. Because obviously I didn't see shit.
All right. So you're at the door. What do you do?
We gotta kick that thing down like you own it.
Check it for traps. See if there's anything weird about it. After all, these guys were just going from door to door.
So roll your perception.
Like DoorDash, just less off-putting.
17.
Yeah, you notice nothing special about the door other than it looks like somebody broke the lock.
Oh. Then I open it. If I can.
And come on. This thing needs to... Oh, I know why that's not working. Okay. It is slightly confusing having two instances of Fantasy Grounds up, because I keep trying to drag over to the window that doesn't do anything.
Mm.
So do you just crack open the door? Or
It
do
depends
you...
on if there's something blocking the way. I'm just gonna kind of like push it open.
Okay, there's nothing blocking the way.
Okay.
Like, yeah, the latch is also busted, but you can also still look through the keyhole.
Oh. Can I use like the dagger? One of the daggers that I got to just kind of like jimmy the door open.
I mean, it's not busted shut. It's, you know, so you can push it open.
Okay. So yeah, I push it open.
All right, roll for initiative.
Okay. Good thing I said that my pistol was up already. Let's go.
So I'm gonna move you to where you're at the door. I'm gonna move Amiri. I just kind of moved you
Okay.
wherever.
What?
We rolled 2 20s.
Oh. Well, that's up to the
Menu.
DM to figure out what do we do.
Got a Rochambeau for it.
Boulder, parchment, cheers.
uh, like the game of life. Just one good swift kick in the nether regions after another.
Okay, let's cycle through this way. No, come on. There we go. All right, and you see 4 more thugs out in there, and they definitely noticed that you opened the door.
I'm immediately going to shoot at one.
And they're just like, hey, you're not the guys we sent in there.
So like, hey, you're not the boom. Oh no.
And do a miss.
Well, hopefully my gunshot alerts the other 3 as we got company.
So do you like step back away from the door into cover, or
yeah, I'm gonna kind of
Okay.
back up and
all right, Yuno's turn.
So we shot through it. Well, shot through the door.
well, I opened it and then
You opened it, yes, and then you shot
Yep.
out of it. Did you close the door and then walk back?
No, he did not
Was
close the door.
Still wide open.
Door's still open.
No. Door's still open. Have at it.
Okay. I have to walk the people to hit because unless Grapevine, I don't know. I don't remember what Grapevine does.
Well, if you tap on the little red dragon, it should
Oh, the
bring
red
up
dragon.
probably what
Thank you.
to do.
Range 100 miles. Shit. One action. Cause the action. Oh. It's a message thing, so I'll only have like I don't have any spells to attack.
Okay.
So
Whoops.
5, 15, or 5, 10, 15, 10, 15, 20. So I get out the door and I'm out here.
Can you go swing bada bada?
I can go swing bada. I'm gonna do my sword sword. Oh, I have to. Do I roll again or do I hit?
You forgot to target.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot the target.
Okay, so go ahead and target. Roll again. Get the...
Misses, okay. I could have hit.
Well, that's what happens when you don't target.
Yep.
All right, so now it's Amiri's turn. And it's like, now she's like, oh, there's some more dead motherfuckers walking. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. What's her speed? Did I not ever put her speed in here? Oh, apparently I did not. So I'll just assign one. I'll just assign some speed. Okay. Fine. So she comes up and swings on that other thug. And whoop! Great sword. Misses. Completely whiffs.
Completely whiffs.
Now it's Yuri's turn.
Oh dear. It looks like I'm gonna have to smoke some SOBs.
Oh my.
Squares? Man, we can't hit nothing.
All right, so this gang cutthroat. Boom, goes to shoot back at Yuri. Misses.
It's funny because we're practically right standing next to each other and we just can't hit each other.
And thug number 1. moves up on Amiri and goes to swing a club. Ooh, critical hit. Does 6 damage. And this other thug gets past the one that shot at Yuri and goes to try to club the goblin. And nat ones.
Ooh.
But manages to hold on to his club. But he definitely whiffs. Gang member number 4. Swings on Yuno and misses.
Yes.
And next round.
Now, do I have to spend my action to reload my weapon?
You can do that as a as whatever that swift action I think it is.
Well, yes.
So I think you get that your normal action, swift action, move,
Okay.
and free action. I think.
So he'll move back up to the door, kind of using part of it as like cover.
I don't know. I probably should actually read some of these rules.
Well, if that's the case, then he can target this dude.
And you miss.
Damn it. Immediately pops the, I'm guessing it's like a lever action or break action, so it probably snaps it down, pops out the old cartridge, and he goes to reach for another one, but can't finish the reload just yet. So since I only got the one attack.
All right, Yuno's turn.
Gotta swing again at this bad. Massacre! Damn it!
Not quite good enough.
Yeah, not quite good enough.
Do you try to move?
No.
Okay. So Amiri attacks again with sword. Hits. Greatly wounds it. So he is injured. All right, forgot to pop that combat tracker back up. I gotta remember to do that. All the little things that you forget about. It's like, oh yeah, I'm streaming this live.
Skidoodle.
Whoopsie.
And it's Yuri Yurektovich's turn.
And point blank. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Woohoo! I actually hit. Slashy, slashy.
Okay, so there's actually somebody between you and him, so you moved over somebody.
Did I?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, that's weird because on mine it just shows there's nothing between me and him.
They should all be shown.
I see 4. There are 2 in front of him on the bridge.
Yeah.
Oh, now I see it.
Yeah, because you moved your guy over him.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm gonna move the damage to the guy that's in front of you,
Okay.
which is number 2.
Yeah, I don't know why that didn't show up on mine before because it showed the 2 up there and then just showed Gang Cutthroat and it didn't have anything in between them.
Weird. Maybe I had something hidden and I unhid it. I don't know.
Mm.
Either way, you hurt somebody. You hurt him
And
good.
that's what matters.
Yes. Okay, and now it's time for the next turn. So the cutthroat guy, he steps back. See if we can get a clearer shot. And misses. I rolled the wrong attack, but the attack bonus was the same, so.
Damn.
Thug number 1. Targeting Amiri. Attacks. Hits.
Oh no.
Boom. Manages to get a lucky shot upside her head with the club. And Amiri drops. Thug number 2. Apparently when you shanked him before, it was enough for him to drop his club when he went to swing on you.
It's like the second automatic miss in a row with that dude.
Yeah, but this time it went, yeah, it is. And that one.
I'm turning his brains into mashed potatoes.
Gang member number 3 swings on Yuno with his club.
Yes.
Ooh, cracks you good.
Yep.
Dang it.
All right, and next round.
Up here to try to target this guy. Using the short sword instead, because he's all like, fuck it, this shit. Use their own weapon against them, pretty much.
Well, you heard him.
I did. At the moment, that's all I can do. I don't have multi thing.
All right, Yuno's turn.
I'm gonna try and swing it again. This one finally hits. And then for dying. Yay.
So you dropped him down. And Amiri is unconscious right now with that.
Below his head.
Yeah, with that concussion. So Yuri's turn.
Come on. Smashy.
You nailed him so hard in the nads. He just like slumped over, fell off the bridge and into the water, and then just you hear a gargling sound as he's drowning.
That's not gargling. That's him pooping.
So he fell over. And this guy draws his sword comes up on Yuri, and it's like, I'm gonna stab you. Killed my men. Miss.
It's like this blessed field around me. It's awesome.
And this other thug up here. All right, goes to club. Finlandir. Hits.
Ow.
And the other two are dead. So we're back around. Philanthir's turn.
Well, it worked before. Do it again. The guy still in front of me. One is still up. Oh! Oh my! That's a critical. Give me that lovely damage. Oh
Ooh.
God.
Boom!
That's purdy.
Oh.
He's hurt. He's not dead, but he's hurt.
He's being introduced to the kingdom of pain.
Kill him.
You
Yuno's
know.
turn. Make sure to target.
Yes, but how do I? He's 10 feet away.
You can always walk. Well, the other guy is dead, so you can walk
Yeah,
through the other two.
Yeah, because
and,
Amiri's
or
knocked
over the dead body.
over, so.
I'm just standing over the body. Yeah, there. Yes,
Thwack.
dying.
And, yeah. Yuri's turn. And that thug that's in front of him is like, quit scrubbing, you little shit.
Yes!
Wham!
It's
So the one
taken
thing-
three. Let me just point something out here. It's taken three of us to take on two of them up on the northern side, and here Yuri's down here smacking around everyone else down south with a wrench.
Well, the moral of the story is always go for the shids.
The
Take
funny
out the
thing is,
kneecaps and they can't run away.
there's only one thing more fun than smashy time, and that's burny time. I'm like a freaking goblin murder machine down here. It's awesome. Then again, the only thing that's been really saving me is the fact that they haven't been able to hit me. If they'd go below the waist, they might be able to have a shot.
Yeah.
They're always swinging too high.
Okay.
I'm like Kevin Hart fighting a whole bunch of Shaquille O'Neals over here.
And for whatever reason, the Shaquille O'Neals are too busy laughing at you to take you seriously while you cap them at their knees.
I mean, could you imagine just getting hit in the knees by a freaking jack wrench? Oh my god.
Ow.
Now that's how you pull a Tanya Harding.
So the cutthroat's turn. Swings on you. At Yuri.
My god. I'm almost impressed. Not that impressed, though.
Manages to cut you, but just a little.
And the next one's dead. And the next one's dead. And hello! We're back to me. In which case, he's just like, I'm sick of this shit. And throws his hand out for an arcane bolt. Oh my god, and we got another critical. And this is going to be force damage. So. Boom! Damage exceeds hit points by 5.
A dagger of force leaps from your hand. And as he goes to swing on Yuri again, this dagger of force flies through the air and stabs him right in the neck. And then from the pressed hole in his neck, it hit an artery. And so the blood just goes psss, like out of a high-pressured hose. And it slumps over dead. All right, and treasure time.
And I use Cure Wounds on Amir.
Yeah, if you got it.
I do.
To get Amiri back up?
Yes.
Yeah, you guys want to take a short rest in the garden?
Yeah.
Sure.
Slanther wants to check out the blade that's suddenly really efficient for him. Reload his pistol just in case he needs to draw and shoot again.
Mm-hmm.
And loot the crap out of the bodies.
Let's see.
No one take the gold from the other people?
I mean,
Or copper or
Hold
we're
on, go
just
into
kind of accumulating them at the moment. We'll probably split them here in a bit.
yes, fight now, divide later.
Because that's the cool thing about the party sheet is that you can click and drag what you want to keep on your person. But then, like, if we accumulate a bunch of stuff that we don't want, we can sell it for money.
And I have as Game Master, I do have a button that will automatically divide all the coinage evenly between the party.
Bullets. I think I'm just going to take a opponent pouch to be on the safe side. Yeah, bullets. He takes one of the other pistols just to have one as backup in case it breaks. He's got a short sword. He doesn't that. So yeah.
Yep. I ran the short rest button.
Short rest. Everybody gets their stuff back. Maybe. Does short rests do anything for heals, or do we got to roll our hit die?
I'm looking.
Might have to roll the hit die that I got to sit here.
All right, so you can expend a hit die to restore any lost hit up to heal yourself up.
I'm healed.
how do you use recovery?
Talking about the hit die that's underneath the hit points there on the bottom of the character.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, that was easy. Woohoo.
Under the hit points.
So yeah, if on the main page underneath your
Yes.
wounds and whatnot, you should have a die if you have any hit die.
Yeah.
That you can double click one of them and it will go away and roll and allow you to recover. So that's how much you can heal
Nice.
yourself without expending any spell slots. But
Fair
you don't
enough.
get those. You don't get those dice back until after a long rest.
Right.
All right,
And
and
I
We're
did.
becoming more efficient as we go.
now that
And
you've
I
had a
did use cure wounds on Amir.
okay, roll your. Let's see. That should be under your actions to do that.
Yeah, but I
So-
don't see any rules. Oh.
Oh, you have to switch
You
your
would have to make
mode.
sure that mode is in combat, displays, and actions.
How do I put mode in combat?
You
Where
see the words. You see
Yeah.
that there are two buttons: mode button,
No.
display. If you keep clicking on the, it should switch between like standard, preparation, and combat. And then next to display, keep clicking that button until it lands on actions. And then
Oh.
you should see a dice button and a wound and heal button. Or you should just see what looks to be like a blood drop. Maybe? Is that what that is?
and if it's not showing up in combat, it's because you didn't prepare them. So if you switched over to prepare, then you
Oh,
select
that's
the little
right, you
circle
got-
to prepare it.
And then I'll see.
So then what you do is you target Amiri, like you would
Okay.
target somebody else. And then you, under combat, you should be able to. Okay, so then you can click the star to cast the spell. I thought that cast the spell.
It says cure wounds.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta hit the. Sorry, you have to hit the little magnifying glass to extend the bottom, and then hit that plus sign.
Oh. Fuck.
No, it was enough with the hit doors. Like, did you get the guy who cold clocked me?
Yes, we did.
Good. So while you guys are taking, while you guys are taking a rest, you finally have a chance to look around the garden. This large indoor garden resembles a tropical paradise. Lush plants and flowering vines hang from the walls, while a slow-moving stream of water cuts through the center of the room, flowing languidly from north to south through the stone drains. Planters filled with colorful flowers line the stream. Two narrow wooden bridges are over the water on each side, allowing passage from one side to the other. Partially submerged in the stream to the north is a life-sized marble statue depicting an armored half-elf woman holding a rose and wielding a shield. Go ahead and roll your perception check.
Everyone?
Yes.
I see things!
I see more things.
You see more things!
I don't see anything.
You notice that it's like you think there's something up with the statue.
Something's wrong with the statue?
Well, not wrong, but you can investigate the statue further.
I shall investigate the statue. I investigate statue.
So as you investigate this statue, you notice that there's what looks like to be a access panel that is submerged.
Like how deep down?
It's about 2 feet down. The statue is submerged up to her knees, and the access panel appears to be on the stone shelf that it's standing on.
Is the water like flowing, or is it nice and still? Because it's a garden.
It's gently flowing. It's not flowing very fast.
I will step into the water to try to reach that panel.
So as you investigate it, you manage to discover a hidden compartment with 4 basic healing potions.
Ooh.
So I'm going to go ahead and drop that into the party sheet. And let's see, there's a couple other... See, is that one in this one?
He's to immediately yoink one for himself just to have one on hand.
A potion of fire resistance. Sorry, just trying to look up something. Just to looking something up quick.
Okay.
There's like one treasure item that I didn't realize that doesn't show up in multiple different editions. What does that potion do? Well, that's an expensive item. I'll just throw in an extra healing potion. Alright, so there's a few extra healing potions in the party sheet, so if people want to grab that, or if Philanthir wants to hand them out.
Well,
Just
he yoinked one of the potions for himself.
Mhm.
He might even take the fire resistance, and then he'll give at least everyone one of the basic healing potions. Giving the second one to the healer of the group. Just in case one of us goes down, kind of deal.
Okay.
So yeah, he comes back. You basically see him go into the water. He kind of ducks down to where like his head's just barely, and he's hey, look what I found, guys. As he comes out of the water like wet now.
Yep.
Like, hey guys. Look what
Yeah,
I
we
found.
got something.
Look what I found.
All right. And are you ready to move to the next room? You still hear the sounds of gunfire and clanging and shouting in the distance. And by distance, I mean the other side of the manor.
Well, make sure
More-
gun's loaded.
More
make
poor
sure
schmucks
he's
to
ready.
smack in the knees. I'm all for it.
He walks over by Yuri, letting somebody else take front to open the door first. Is a Miri coming?
She's coming. So you gonna have let somebody stealthy take a look, or
Yeah.
are you gonna let the
Stealthy.
barbarian go first?
Well, if I've learned anything, my character can't take much of a hit. So as long as he's got someone taking the frontline blows, he's good. So either
I
one
got a
of you guys can
+6
go
on
first
stealth,
this
so
time.
I can do it.
All right.
You know, I probably should get into the party sheet the guys that you've defeated so far for experience. Yeah, because I didn't do a word on there. So, okay, encounters. So did one of these. Did Dosh. Award Dosh. Okay, why did that not award? Oh, okay. There we go. Awarding XP to party. Let me go check the XP chart here, see when you guys level up. There we go. Character advancement.
What?
All right, so you're each at 75 out of 300. But I'm also... Since we're understaffed, I'm going to give you guys an XP boost here.
What?
Won't be enough to level you up yet, but it will be enough to at least give you a bit of a boost.
Not bad.
There you go. Especially since your tank is an NPC that so far has managed to get herself knocked out.
Mhm.
That in first level, no matter what system you play, is always the squishiest. All right, so who's going to open the door?
The stealthy short one.
Yuri Yurektovich, you have been elected by your commanding officer-ish.
I wouldn't call it that, but hey.
I turn around, look at you, and I'm like, don't worry. I'm professional. I've done this before. Did not say I was much good at it.
So as you peek through the door, it's like you see the bloody corpses of 6 guards and 3 people wearing black cloaks litter the floor of this wide hallway. It is currently unoccupied.
Oh boy.
But you do hear some banging in one of the rooms and shouting. Where that goes like this. Where are you, halfling? I can't see no more. I'll smash your eyes out when I get you.
Sounds like he's having a romantic evening.
Roll a perception to see which room it might be coming from.
I know it's coming from a room.
Anybody else?
Yeah. Damn.
So Philanthier is able to tell that it's easily coming from from the room, the first door on the right. So it's coming from in there. So what do you do with the knowledge of all that banging?
Whisper it to Yuri. I think they're over in that one.
Okay. I will go ahead and take it. I will very carefully poke my head inside and see if I can figure out what's going on.
Do.
For the love of God, let me roll high on this one.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Not bad. You see as you crack the door open, there is a gator man stumbling around. In what appears to be a library. However, that gator man is blinded. You can see that somebody has thrown something into his eyes, and so he can't really see where he's going.
Engage opportunity to fuck with it.
Also, roll a perception.
All right.
It's like you can tell he's looking for something and he's trashing the place, but he can't. He's very uncoordinated. And you can go ahead and roll for initiative if you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well.
Oh my God.
Yep, I am definitely going last.
I can't believe I made this high up on this thing.
Well, you could have been sneaking up with us as the rest of us were going
Yes, I
in.
know. I know.
So the question is, what do you do?
What do I
You
do?
know.
You're first.
You know is first.
I go about here. I'm next to the wall. I'm not peeping through or anything, so all I do is ask what's going on.
Very quick game of charades as Philanthropy tries to sign out,
Oops.
military stealth lingo kind of thing. A very big nom nom points into the room.
Num points.
Very, very big gator, like he's doing like the 2-armed gator thing while he's got a pistol in hand.
There's a pistol on one of his hands. He's just holding it with 2 fingers and like doing it with like the rest of his fingers.
Yeah, but he's got trigger discipline. We're good.
Come on, why is this thing not?
Hi.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Right. And suddenly, out of the ground, 6 more appear, and we're all dead. No!
Sorry,
No,
gotta get this around
I'm
the
more worried
right
about this being
person.
Operation Goblin Shield.
Okay.
Absolutely will be.
Hold on. What's your HP? 16? What's your HP? 8? I got 9. Like,
Jesus Christ, I'm tougher than you. Holy
you're
crap.
tough. Yeah.
So
You're even tougher than Amiri. She's barbarian.
I just got luckier than a Miri. It's like no hit, no hit, no hit, minor scratch. Wham with a edge, wham with a edge.
You were also
Honest-
taking on 2 at a
Yeah.
time, whereas everybody else was getting knocked down by the other 2.
honestly, I need to really adjust her hit points up because she should be higher than what she is. Especially since she's playing the tank for everybody.
Gotcha. Anywho.
So anyway, on Amir's turn, she's like, "Hey, short stack." Talking to Yuri. How about I'm gonna I'm gonna get ready to attack him. You lure him out of here. You lure him out in the hallway.
It does sound like a romantic evening.
So she moves there and readies her attack.
No, she drove in.
I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and take a go right in here.
Oh, hearing that, you just see Philanthropy like his pistol ready, like, as soon as that thing comes out of that door.
Yeah, I'm gonna target him. It's a library, so I mean it is a free for all shoot 'em up bang bang after all. I holler at him. Hey Sparky. I was only trying to roll one of those, but they were both crap. Oops.
Oh, because you rolled it with advantage?
No, I double clicked it.
Oh.
I get a little finger trigger happy.
Mm.
Pulled a Joker where he's trying to blow up the hospital, and you're just click, click, click. Boom! There we go.
Well, my
Okay.
fingers can move so fast, and then it just kind of messes with my hands. Anyways, I kind of look like a lobotomized patient, just going, "This room is green.
So
I want to go back to the blue room."
So here's you shouting at him, and the gunshot behind him, which misses. It's apparently nobody can hit a broadside of the barn with the guns today.
Ooh.
And he's like, "What? There you are." Philanthropy's turn.
Well, he's gonna go here, so I can kind of like shoot around Amiri and above Yuri to try to get a line of sight on the Gator Man.
Here, I'll move her there because she's ready. She has her ready to attack. How did you roll?
What
Oh,
are
he's
we-
blinded. That's why it's
what
double
are we all-
rolling.
Oh yeah, because he's blind.
Ah.
Yep.
That was pretty cool, though.
Oh, almost max damage.
Boom.
You shoot and miss. He finally sees you, and then a gunshot comes right over your head and pops him. Ah, shit. That's all.
All right. And I'm going to need Yuri to roll
Okay.
roll your dexterity
Under abilities or saves?
abilities.
Okay.
All right. So this blind Gators is like, "Why are you all, you coward?" and starts stumbling towards you. And you duck down, and he trips. Boom, and lands in the hallway.
And everyone gets an AoE.
Yeah, let's fuck around and find out fest.
Well, allows Amiri to get her shot in because she was holding her action.
God, I can't wait till it's my turn, and I'm going to go ahead and take it. I'm going to ram his ass with the jack wrench.
So Amiri, who's been waiting for this moment,
Oh, is going to get advantage. A prone blinded gator man.
hits 6 damage on the Gator Man. Stabbing right into it. But it's got some pretty
And
tough
we're
hide.
back to the druid.
And now it's back to the druid.
Back to the druid, and I'm gonna.
And it's back to reality. It goes gravity. What?
Yes, that's how it feels. Sorry, again. 12 hits. 3.
Awesome. Do you want to move at all, or you just want to?
I'm gonna move back a few steps. Not fully back away, but back away a bit.
Okay. Amiri's turn again. She just wails on him.
Oh, we have disadvantage on this.
Oh,
Wait a
he's
minute.
got disadvantage.
He's got disadvantage to do anything.
Oh, he's got disadvantage.
Yeah, you
so
got-
we
you
have
guys
advantage.
got-
He
yeah, you
tripped
have-
over Yuri and fell off flat on his face.
Yeah, you have advantage because he's blinded. And he's got pretty much disadvantage because he's blinded and prone. And now it's Yuri's turn again.
Even the Gator Man is going to have to feel the power of the jack wrench.
Thwack.
Man, everyone's rolling 17s on half of these shots.
That's what advantage is good for.
And
Villanthir's turn.
Shoot them in the ass.
I mean, it is kind of a point blank shot. Quickly reloads and oh, I forgot to target him because he moved. It would drop to my target. Okay,
So redraw, target, and reroll.
target. Reroll. I do hit him. He's 13, but not yet dead.
He's not dead yet.
Oh boy. No, he gets
So he
potential
gets up.
Like eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
gonna take over my rolls for just a couple minutes. Give me.
And wildly snaps in front of him with his jaws. Oh, wrong thing. No, I did that wrong. That was not right. That was not right at all. I'm gonna get rid of that. So. So he did bite you, but he did significantly less damage with the actual roll.
You might need to remove the unconscious and prone effects off of me.
Yeah, I need to do that. There we go. But you are grappled.
Oh no. To where he just kind of like snaps back as soon as he's grabbed with, oh come
Yeah.
on, I know steam jacks that can grab hard.
Well, I mean, he's just flailing. So he's though he didn't really clamp onto you, fortunately.
No, already.
Yeah. So that means it's now Yuno's turn.
Wow, it comes back to my turn pretty quickly,
Mhm.
Well, that happens when you're only fighting one guy.
right? Short sword. 19 hits.
It also goes quickly when everybody has advantage because he's blinded.
5.
Bleeding fairly profusely. Ooh. And Mary buries her greatsword into the back of the back of the Gator Man's neck.
Ooh.
He twitches, shudders, and then slumps dead. The Miri goes, I want this head on my wall. I don't have a wall yet, but I want a head. But when I do, I want this head on that wall. You think if I asked Lord Jamandi to save it for me, she'd be willing to have it taxidermied?
Maybe if you ask a few times, maybe.
And I need a token. Token. Assets. Tokens. All of these tokens are terrible. Might be able to get away with it. No. Sorry, 1 second. Seeing if I can find a token quick. No, not on that one. Nope, not on that one. Pawns. Anyways, that's taking up too much time. Let's just, I know. I'll just pull out a purple Skittle. That'll work. There.
Skittle.
So out from behind a chair in the library, a head pokes out, and it's Lindsay, the reporter. Is it Dad?
Oh yeah.
Oh, thank
It's
God.
dead.
I was like, oh, thank Desna. I had some pocket sand that I was able to throw in its eyes, but I don't really. All I have is a little knife and a pen. And I know they say the pen is mightier than the sword, but that's only if you're publishing a newspaper. It's a metaphor.
Clever.
But thank you so very much. Hold on while I write down some notes here. And she pulls out her
Was there
notebook and starts
anybody else
scribbling.
on this? Was there anybody else in this section of the wing besides you?
There was the servants' quarters across the way. I kind of hid here very early when I heard explosions.
Can he go up and check that door since he's right there?
Sure, you can also explore the library, see if there's anything in the piles.
Okay. As soon as she mentions the servants' quarters across the hall, he's gonna like open the door and give that a check out, search it. Then he'll come over to the library.
Okay, so let's see. So when you open up the servants' quarters door, there's a large room that contains 2 rows of simple beds along the slanted southeast wall. At the foot of each bed is a small wooden chest. The other lids all stand ajar, and contents, mostly clothes and personal items, lie scattered across the floor. A sturdy oak table and 6 chairs sit against the northeast wall.
Nothing of value or anything in here?
No, there's nothing of value in there.
All right. Then I'll hop over the dead beast and give that library room or a thorough investigation or whatever kind of check you need, perception check.
Okay, roll your perception.
Big whammies, big whammies, big whammies. And not bad.
Like you managed to find a bookcase, or in one of the bookcases, a little lever tied into the book, and it opens a door to a secret room.
Oh. Interesting. He'll step into it.
And as you enter the room, it is a small, windowless room that contains a large wooden trunk, secured with a formidable-looking padlock.
He starts pulling out, Smith tools, Tinker's tools, whatever kind of tools he's got on the. Let's try this stuff.
I mean, I do have that jack wrench. I could just go ahead and smack it open.
What kind of would it be like sleight of hand or something to try to open it?
Yeah.
Not bad.
All right, so you managed to pop the lock on there.
Delicate work, my specialty.
And inside you see several small bags of coinage. a note and a notebook and a sword.
Kind of sword.
Sorry, 1 second here.
Short sword, long sword.
It is a long sword. And sorry, I forgot to put it. Okay, let's get this encounter thing in the EX experience. And a word. Ooh. Okay, and see, I think I made a parcel for that. Okay. So the notebook, you flip through it, and it appears to be a payroll ledger. And the coins in there are all silver.
Okay.
And there is a long sword that appears to naturally repel all dust and grime. The hilt is marked with the embossed coat of arms of House Aldori, implying that the wielder of this blade has the full backing of the house. What do you do with what you have found?
Would this be considered a simple weapon?
It is a martial melee.
Martial melee. Game. Okay. Which is weird because I have proficiencies in like great swords, but not long.
Really? That's
so yeah,
weird.
he'll sheathe it for now, or carry it. Take the gold, add it to the pod, and then basically walk out of the secret room, reading through some of the ledgers. Kind of like, hey, look what I found, guys.
Lindsay takes a look at that. She's like, that looks like it's her payroll.
Well, better we have it than these thugs that are running around trying to kill everybody.
I mean, for the most part, they've succeeded, but that was
to which then he stops and kind of like holds the book a little tighter. Unless this book is the reason why they're here. Because that's what we still haven't figured out is why they're here and what are they after besides murdering everybody.
Okay. Roll your charisma.
Well, that's gonna be shit. But hey, well, not bad for having a +0.
She's like, okay, makes sense. So as long as you get, give it back to her later.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Did I have anything that was on
Mouse or Rob, or either one of you guys proficient with long swords?
Let me see.
Yeah, the guard bodies that are in the hallway do have. They don't really have much in the way for cash on them, but they do have more bullets, boot dagger, longsword, pistol. But you guys are kind of overloaded with gear as it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I'm proficient in much anything.
My armor and weapon proficiencies are so all over. This is kind of weird.
No, I'm not.
Simple melee weapons, simple firearms, battle axes, great swords. Wait, what? Simple weapons, rivet guns. Wait, what?
I'm proficient with a jack wrench.
Light armor, warcaster armor. Oh shit. Okay.
I'm only proficient in like one-handed weapons.
Gotcha. Well, I'll hold on it to the moment.
All right. And investing a bit. Let's see. 8 and 10.
Now I have a long. No, I used it for, but give it back
All
to
right.
the
So,
gal.
so searching the other two small rooms, which I assume you guys do real quick.
Oh, wait.
So that one and this
Sell
one,
some things,
just to
search
kind of
around.
speed things along a little here. So,
I'll go check
And-
them.
so the upper one is it's a storeroom, and generally any general common piece of adventuring gear is available there. So if you need like rope or whatnot,
Good to know.
so if you just
Good to
Oh,
At
Yeah.
this point, we need a backpack to store some of this stuff in.
Backpack.
yeah. Unfortunately, there's not any actual backpacks in there. There are some satchels, but they're like filled with stuff.
Okay. Now, if we found a bag of holding,
And then the other small room on the other side is the cook's room, and it looks like somebody has already gone through and thrashed the place.
Well, I guess it's clear to say they didn't find what they were looking for on this wing because they made it all the way up to us before we started killing them.
right.
I hate to see what the other side do.
And then we
One way to
have
find out.
Yep, and then we have this door down here. So the question is, do you just like
Pistol at the ready.
okay?
Who's coming with?
Do you peek through the keyhole?
Sure, just to know what we're about to go against.
So through the keyhole, you remember from when you passed before. This is the scullery. Contains two sturdy tables for preparing food, a large tin wash basin for cleaning dishes and laundering clothes, as well as a hefty wooden bucket for hauling water, and many shelves containing goblets, plates, dishes, and eating utensils. Though the fragile-looking dishes and glassware remain miraculously undamaged, many bloody corpses lay piled in the middle of the room.
Yikes.
And in the room, let's see, pulling up back to the combat tracker. Take the Gator Man off there that's died.
Let's say, is Skittles going to be coming with us, or is she staying put?
Lindsay's going to stay put,
Okay.
but you do have Amiri. Because you're not just, she's like, you're not getting rid of me that easy.
No.
And she's like, I
The
thought
one
this
that
was
works.
this party was going to be boring.
I generally talk about things that are current, like defending the castle.
And
Was that the thing on a like civilian, just kind of like sit down, eat kind of thing? He wasn't really talkative. Now that it's like it's go time, he's all like, "It's go time." Yeah,
and sitting on the corner of one of the tables is a big troll-like humanoid. It looks like he might be a half troll or something. Just kind of munching away on... Looks like someone's arm. Stands about 7-8 feet tall.
Again, up like pulls his eye away from the door and just kind of goes and relays to the group what is inside. Lots of death and a big ass something in there. How do we want to do this? Kick the door open and go in guns blazing? Pun intended.
No, just send the goblin in there first, so that way he seems a little less off-putting than just kicking the door down.
Fair. I'll let you be all sneaky.
All right. So sorry, how's this working with Yuri? Sitting in Yuri
Yuri's-
first.
Yuri's gonna go sneaky first.
Roll your stealth.
Mincing rolling of stealth.
You manage to slowly push the door open and slip into the room, unseen.
All right. Now that I'm in here, I really didn't expect that stealth check to work.
I don't know why.
I mean, it's my luck.
Cool.
So what do you do?
Okay, so he's just munching on an arm, right?
Yeah.
Just like casually snacking on it.
Yeah, like it was a turkey leg.
I'm so tempted to just ask him, just like, dude, I hope that tastes good because you're gonna need some heavy fiber to push that out.
Mary's just like, what's going on?
I think I'm gonna ask him, you care if I have a seat? You're at least snacking on something, and I've just been walking through a river of gore.
Do you do that?
Yep.
Philanthrop's ready in an action just to like pop the door open and get a shot off if necessary.
And
I really hope you guys got my back.
Rolkin glares at you like, I ain't seen you before.
Well, not surprising. You're all the way up there, and I'm all the way down here.
When did you get in this room?
I just kind of stumbled through. I saw that there was some gator dude that was either drunk or blind or something, and he fell down and crapped all over. I thought the party was really winding down, so I thought I'd come out here.
That sounds like Gromog, all right. Hooting and hollering.
Yeah, didn't seem real happy about something, but
Mm-hmm.
just didn't seem like a happy fellow to begin with.
Two. He puts down the arm, stands up from the table, and goes and just like, And why shouldn't I add you to the pile?
It's simple. It's either a waste of time, or let's face it, you're huge. I'm tiny. And I've got a big wrench.
So are you guys going to roll for initiative on this or what?
at the moment, I'm just like waiting the action to kind of go, still talking, still talking. As soon as it looks uncomfortable, I'm gonna pop in. But until then,
Well, I was gonna say I have to go. I have dinner with family.
Okie dokie.
okie dokie.
We'll just have your character hang back then. And
Alrighty.
I'll have him heal as if he needs to.
I'll watch YouTube.
Okie dokie.
Okay. See you guys later.
Peace.
Have a good one.
All right. So he goes and grabs onto his barbed blade. It's just like, been a while since I've had goblin. Normally a little too greasy.
And
But I
at
think
this
I know
point,
the
everyone
right
starts to
recipe
open
for
the
that.
door, sticks the arm out, and fires.
That's alright. We are greasy. You're gonna find chewing on me is gonna be a little stringy.
Oh no! Wow, that's probably my worst roll of the night.
Ooh. Come on, see the right thing. Order there. There we go. All right.
Well, now I guess is going to be rolling for initiative after that.
Well, yeah, you yeah. Roll for your initiative.
I don't see what you have to be worried about. I'm point blank with the frickin' behemoth.
I'm just behind you through on the other side of the door. Now that I've opened the door, the other two can run in if necessary. Oh, good. You go first.
Yeah. This is gonna hurt.
This would be very different if I had my team jack, but no!
Wow.
All right.
Level
Yuri
one, I built my
Yarektovich gets
character
to go
around a
first.
thing I can't even use.
Oh, dear God. Ooh.
Wow. Alrighty. First blood goes to the goblin.
The frickin' half pint.
Well, you are hitting a massive object.
Frickin'
Oh,
half
you're like
pint
the size of a
eyeball.
wall.
Well, makes it harder to miss.
True.
I don't like where this is going.
I don't either.
He steps through the
Am I able
pile of
to
corpses.
grab him and pull him back through the door? Oh, no.
Swings on Yuri. Hits. Ooh. Ow.
If you guys have anything worth throwing at this guy, that would be a real good time.
I think I might have to adjust some stats on the fly here because this is honestly a lot squishier than I thought things would be. Fortunately, I can adjust things on the fly a little bit there. Okay. So it's Valentier's turn.
Since I still have an arm, because I kind of opened the door to shoot him, am I able to grab Yuri and pull him back into the room?
Yeah, if you want to do that. Also, I need you to roll a perception check.
Ooh.
That was a terrible perception check.
I know. Can't help that I rolled a 5.
Ah,
Performance anxiety.
okay. You can go ahead and yeah, you can use your action to pull Yuri into the back into the hallway.
Kind of pulls him straight back, and then telling the other two, "He's coming, he's coming." And of course, them probably seeing that Yuri took a blow, they're probably like, "Well, shit."
I'm cannon fodder.
So
Like the other two a chance ready in action, so that as soon as barges in, whack, 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 whack.
Miri goes into rage. After all, the goblin that she likes got hurt.
Yes.
She goes into rage, charges through the door, swings,
Oh, that's a good hit.
hits.
Damn.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
All right. Did some serious damage. The trollkin goes, we're going to have some fun here with this one. And it's just like, I don't like the looks of this. Actually, what does have for open up spells, actions. What is spells per day for a druid anyways? Oh, geez. I'm going to go with, applies. I'm not seeing there under the equipment, the potions. Is that still under? I guess he didn't grab that. Oh, it's from the... No, it's not showing on the party sheet. Where do those potions go? I thought you gave a couple potions earlier.
I basically, yeah, but they're still on the party sheet. 4
Hmm.
basic heal potions. I only took the ones off that I had. So everyone should have. So Amiri should have 1. Yuri should have 1. Should have the other 2.
Okay, I don't think he grabbed them.
No, because they're still on the party sheet.
Okay, so I'm just gonna dump the... Okay, so one of those healing potions, gives to Yuri, which does 2d4 plus 2 to heal. That's 4, so Yuri got healed 6.
Nice.
And that's Yuno's turn. I must accidentally so I consider we're on round 2 now.
All right. That door's open, right? Because
Yep.
she went charging through.
Yeah.
Good. Pull out my pistol. I hit. Motherfucker.
Boom! And the troll. D targets there. Targets Amiri. And goes to attack with his blood blade. Hits. Heavy damage.
Owie.
Philantier.
Using the table as like a barrier. Gonna rush over there.
Okay. Also, I need you to roll a perception check.
How's
It's like, so with your reaching out, you manage to sense Igor's cortex in the next room over.
Oh.
Somebody's trying to jack your jack. So I need you now to roll for your action. Roll an intelligence check. Or intelligence ability. You now have command of Igor.
He just runs into there and all of a sudden like perks up, like he goes to like attack the troll, then he's sitting there like almost like momentarily in time as his like brain's going, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Oh, there you are, buddy. Can you start up for me? Come on, let's go. So how far away is he? Is he close enough to like come in and attack, or is I have to like send him, give them a command to start coming this way? And
You have to give him a command to start coming this way.
all right, I give him the command to basically what would essentially be the Elvish command for heal, which was basically get to me as you can. Am I able to still attack the troll, or does that take my action?
In this particular instance, because you took control of him, that takes your that and the command takes your action.
Gotcha.
So right as you get done commanding him, bump her down there. Boom! Right through the wall. That should be a. I gotta make an adjustment. Adjustment? No, not that one. Offense. There's one of these. There we go. Space and reach. That should be a 10.
I like that Igor the clapped out steam jack.
There we go.
Igor.
Yes. I go this clapped out Jack.
Right through the wall. And this guy needs to be a bit bigger.
The Steam Jack's core
with
depth
this
allows it to
guy.
basically under command and controller, mostly telepathically by warcasters. And he's like, oh, I found you. You're now coming to face the troll. And we are going to have fun.
Yeah, but it didn't use the door because you didn't tell it to use the door. You just said, "Come here."
I could sense it was nearby, but in the heat of the moment, because we're fighting a troll that can practically one-shot me, I'm just like, no, you get here now. I don't care how. Just get here.
Boom! Right through the wall. Oh yeah. Well, it doesn't. You can't speak, but if it could speak, it would be going, "Oh yeah."
Oh yeah. Excellent. Excellent.
So the clapped out Steam Jack has come through, and that's its turn, is going through the wall.
Excellent.
Amiri's turn. She's still enraged. And misses. And Yuno's turn. Yuno is just gotta like step back. Back around to Yori's turn.
Damn it.
Now it's the troll's turn again. Swings on Amiri. And misses. So basically,
by the incoming Steam Jack.
well, basically, the troll and Amiri both swung each other at the same time, and clang! The blades bounced off of each other. This is not a fight. This is not a fight of finesse. Philanthir's turn.
Any fight involving Yuri is not a fight of finesse.
All right.
He just gives one command while pointing at the troll is kill.
Okay.
And I know I have to roll his slam specifically. So yeah, have him go up to the troll. So
Right.
I cannot move Igor.
You can fire on the troll too while you're commanding him.
Excellent. I'll still have him go up and slam, which is a +3 to hit with a 5 reach. So that would be an 11 to hit.
Okay.
I don't have any buttons for Igor. I just have the stats.
Yeah. I
So
wish
don't
they
know if
gave a
you-
good way of giving control of NPCs over to characters,
I don't know.
but there's not a good way to do that. All right, so
So I don't. Does an 11 hit?
an 11 does not hit.
Okay. So that was its turn to run up and slam, and then
So kind of tripped on the debris a little bit.
yeah, it's been off for a little while, so it's still
Yeah.
warming up a bit.
But somebody went and stoked the fire.
Mm-hmm. But because of that, he's gonna get a shot off on the troll.
Miss.
Jeez. Both master and commander roll an 11.
Okay. Back around to Amiri's turn. Misses. Yuno's turn. Did Yuno have any ranged weapons at all? No. Yuno doesn't have any weapons equipped at all. let's see if I can open up the character, see what he's got in there. Let's actions. No, it should be. Why is that not showing up in? But there's no. Ooh, okay. That's interesting. Well, he's got the cantrip produce flame, which is a range. Okay. So it's one action to cast. It says light in a 10-foot radius, dim for additional 10 feet. Can fling within 30 feet. Oh, well, that's handy. Okay. So Yuno's going to come up and start to pew-pew with the little fireball. So, attacks, hits, and all right, so a little fireball appears in Yuno's hand, and it's about the size of a baseball or an apple, and he throws that fireball at that little fireball at the troll. And it does damage. And since it's fire and it's a half troll, let's see. Darn, what was that? That was gone way too quick. There we go. I'm gonna have it do extra damage. And move on to Yuri's turn. See, it always pays to read the spell descriptions, because your cantrips may actually be able to do some serious damage.
I want to take and move and get just a little bit past Yuno here. Can I squeak by him here in the door?
Yes.
I just realized why I can't hit. No, never mind. No.
Well, my pistol's got a 50-50 shot hitting the guy, so I'm gonna smack him with the jack wrench. Come on, something good, something good. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Smashy, smashy time.
Right for the kneecaps. Thwack right in the knee.
Up goes the weasel.
And you hear a popping noise.
I like this jack wrench. I really do.
So noticing the giant metal man behind him, he turns and swings and misses on Igor. It's amazing. It's amazing how quick your survivability went up now that you have a, mechanical man to tank for you.
Right.
And Philanthier. Okay, so don't worry about rolling your the jack. I'll roll the jack stuff. Just you want me to do another slam?
I can make buttons. I remembered how to make buttons.
Okay.
So his slam is a +3 plus your proficiency bonus with a 5-foot reach. So if I set it up like this, I should be able to go button.
Hit.
For this damage? Yeah, I did it right.
Whoa.
I did it right.
All right.
Because now I just have Igor's abilities as buttons on my character sheet,
Uh-huh.
and I'm using just his as a reference, I guess.
Okie dokie.
And then, so that's the Steam Jacks, and then I get to go, and I'm going to go. Pew pew. Still targeted on him.
Ooh.
Dirty 20,
Likey.
but I'll still take it. For max damage. Oh!
Wow.
And you managed to hit him at just the right angle to nail him in the back of the neck and sever his spine. And he slumps over. And with that,
see, Grammy go forgets.
As soon as it drops, I run over to the Steam Jack, tell it to kind of like chill out because he wants to look him over. What did they do to you, buddy? What did they do to you?
well, they didn't properly stoke his coal fire up.
That would explain why he swung and missed first few times.
Yeah. So
Excellent.
I still
pressure's
can't
not
believe
high
I
enough.
used that Steam Jack or that Jack wrench and just smacking the shit out of everything.
Right.
yeah, you guys are gonna like the XP from this guy, even though I nerfed him down in the comics. But I'm not gonna get rid of the XP because boom.
That's pretty.
All right. And that's enough to get you guys to level 2. So what we're going to do is, as you look through the hole that the Steam Jack put through the wall, you see Lady Jamandi and her guards finishing up the remnants of these cutthroats. There's 2 other jacks that they're managing to that they managed to tangle a rope around their legs and get them to trip, therefore knocking them prone. And from there, they were able to disable them. The leader of the cutthroats that came in, she shows off her prowess with the blade and manages to easily, from your vantage point, to easily dispatch the final leader. She turns afterwards, sheathing her sword. It's like, and you hear her say, "Well, this was an unexpectedly eventful evening."
Clearly.
And from there, we're going to call her a night. So, thanks for tuning in. Next time on Iron Kingmaker, we'll have everybody level up off screen so that we can be all prepped for the next chapter. And we shall be going into the Stolen Lands.
Dum, dum.
Bum, bum, bum. All right. Thank you